Hello and welcome to a walkthrough of the interior of a Flagstaff Micro Lite 25 BHS. I'm doing this video because when we were looking to buy a trailer, this was one of the floor plans we were interested in, but no one had this model locally to where we could actually see it. So we had to watch a lot of videos on the internet and look at pictures and kind of pick apart what we saw to, try and put the pieces together, because some people didn't kind of tell us what we were hoping they would tell us. So that's why I'm doing the video, kind of give an overall view of some of the hidden things that you can't see in pictures normally, and hopefully answer some questions you have about this model. This floor plan is great because we're a family of 4, and a lot of times when you have a trailer, you have to convert the dinette to something to sleep in, and then you usually have a bed at the front that's always down. So there's a lot of times there's nowhere to sit once the beds are converted. The dinette's converted to a bed, or the front is just a bed. But in this model, it's a Murphy bed up there, and then a couch. The couch jackknifes, and then the bed folds down. The couch is very comfortable, actually. And also the couch, you can, not only can you jackknife it, but when you kind of half jackknife it, it opens up and you can get to the storage underneath, which is a pass-through storage with doors on the outside to get to it as well. So it's kind of nice. In fact, that's where we normally keep the countertop extension. That's the countertop extension there. I've brought that out to show you how huge this thing is, in case you're wanting to do the upgrade option. I think it's like $50 or whatever, but it goes here on these brackets right there. The reason it's not in is, 1, it's pretty big, which is awesome, but 2, I haven't figured out how to get it in these brackets without really tearing up this bottom piece. I don't know if they've mounted those too high, because you can't really get it in these slats here. So I've got to figure that out, and if I do, I'll put a video, because I haven't found any instructions or videos on how to do it. So anyway, back to the bedroom area. There is storage, a little wardrobe there, a pretty deep drawer there, and there's an outlet there, and either side has that. And by wardrobe, I mean you can actually hang some stuff in there. And it's pretty deep too. Each side has a window as well. And, as you can see, I use these little side pieces like a nightstand. And when the bed is down, there is a little walkway. So, if you wear slippers, or like me, I wear just flip-flops. Cheap dollar flip-flops that are like 10 years old and they're still kicking. You can just put them on the side of the bed. The dinette is a slide out, and on the side there is a nice big wardrobe. As you can see, there's plenty of space, and the wall to this wardrobe is actually like double functionality. On the other side of that wall is an outdoor space that you can get to with an outdoor door, and more storage up here above the dinette. It's one big storage area with 3 doors. So if you have something that could potentially roll, it will roll all the way over there, but it's still a lot of space. Okay, now back to the kitchen. As I mentioned, in pictures all we ever saw was that outlet. So when we got the trailer, my wife was like, "Oh, there's an outlet underneath," and we were very happy about that. I know it's the little things, but there's storage here by the door, which is quite large, and we keep it comes with a cover for the sink to give you even more counter space. So with that and the counter extension, once I figured out how to put it on, sorry, my finger was in the way of the camera. You have tons of counter space. On top of that, you can also, the 3-burner stove has a glass top, which is countertop space as well. So back to the storage area. This actually goes through. There's a door in the front. That's the sink right there. There's a door in the front that you can get to this. This is just a little self-contained storage area, perfect for like shoes or outdoor equipment, you know, footballs, things like that, frisbees, whatever. And there's storage above. This one also goes through, so there's doors on the other side that you can get to it from. Oh, one other thing about the lights over the bed. When we were doing our walkthrough with the place we bought it from, those lights weren't working, and because you can push them in the middle and turn them on and off, and they wouldn't turn on and off. And so they, you know, took them down. They were checking the wiring and all that, and then finally someone found that there's actually a switch under here that turns them off and on. And how that guy knew that was there, I don't know. I guess he's come across this before, but there is a switch, so look for that switch if you think your lights don't work. Another odd thing is on our control panel there's a button called interior, but it seems to only control this one light. You would think it would control all the interior lights and turn them all off and on, but no, it doesn't. And you can still turn this light off and on from the light, so it's kind of odd. All right, the wood in this is called driftwood, and when we first started looking at this model, the wood was cherry and I think oak or something like that, and we really loved the cherry, and that's what we wanted. But by the time we decided to order the trailer, they had changed the interior wood color and the interior colors, because we wanted the harbor interior, which was kind of a blue-gray thing. So we ended up getting the driftwood, which is the base wood, and then the upgrade is the maple. We looked at the maple, we didn't like it. It wasn't consistent in its color. It would be dark in some spots and light in others, and just didn't look good to us. And then we got the cashmere interior fabrics. Okay. So another thing that's standard is this kind of mimicking a tile, and the upgrade is the wood, slat looking vinyl wood. We thought maybe that'd be too much wood with, you know, the darker driftwood and all that, so we just went with this, and we're happy with it. Back to the kitchen, there's plenty of storage here. As I said, this goes through to where we were keeping the sink cover. There's more storage under the oven. The oven is an upgrade. Standard is this 3-burner stove, and then the glass top folds up, become a splash. And then there's a nice big cupboard here. More storage underneath. Another upgrade is the wood panels on the refrigerator. My wife won that battle. She really wanted those, so we got them. The entertainment center. This is pretty much the control center right there. It's a radio, it controls DVD. It also, you can download an app called IRV on your iPhone, and I have it, and it works well. It's not the greatest app, but it does what it needs to do. You can turn on the various sound zones, which is one here, another one there over the bed, and then the third one is outside. And the outside speakers don't get that loud, but that's probably on purpose, so you can't crank it and annoy your neighbors in the RV park. The TV, you can take off the TV and then put it on a mount outside. Just slides on next to the barbecue grill that comes with this. I'll have to do another video on the exterior. Now, when I was looking at videos and images online, it always showed that not only the TV, but the whole swivel came off, and then you could put it outside. In this particular one, this is a 2016, only the TV end mount comes off, not the swivel, which is kind of worthless because I put it outside and it's stuck to the trailer and you can't maneuver it if the sun is right on it. So I have the dealership looking into that, if that was a mistake that they did or if they just changed that, because it's kind of going backwards as far as I'm concerned, because it really needs that swivel, because if the sun's there you can't get away from it. Plus you have to pretty much stand in front of the TV to see it, because you're outside and it's very flat. So there's a little bit of storage here. It's kind of thin, but it's perfect for like cables and whatnot. And then here is a nice little charging station. You can put your remotes, you can plug in a USB cord to charge your iPhone or whatever. You also have a plug. You have a plug underneath the TV. The TV takes one, of course, but there's an open one. My son sleeps in the top bunk, so he'll plug in his iPhone charger there and just wrap it around. Let's see. Speaking of the bunks, it's a fairly spacious bunk. I think it's 74 by 30 wide, and my wife and I are not that tall, so we can actually sit up and read in this. And it has a light and it has a plug as well. Top bunk doesn't have as much headroom, but it's still the same size, 74 by 30, and pretty comfortable. They both have windows. That window is actually an exit. Curtain comes across here. You can also put a curtain across here. The older models used to have a wall that went all the way up, and I still haven't decided whether I like this partial wall or the full one, because it kind of made it like a separate area bedroom back there. So there's storage underneath the dinette, fairly large drawers, and on the other side, outside, there's a little you can get to the storage that's underneath this part of the seat. It's kind of a long, thin storage under there. So go back to the back. We did the AC upgrade because we live in South Texas and it gets hot, and this thing puts out a lot of cool air. In fact, we freeze most of the time, and it cools down the trailer fairly quickly when we first plug in. The bathroom door, you can see some things on the top, and I'll explain what those are soon enough. There's storage underneath the bunk. Again, there's a door to the outside that you can get to this storage as well. I keep the sewer hose and water hose and whatnot in bins underneath there. So going to the bathroom, pretty typical bathroom, medicine cabinet, towel holder. There is a plug, and the toilet paper is sitting on the soap dish because I was going to mount. The trailer comes with a towel bar that you can mount, and it comes with a toilet paper holder that you can mount. I'm assuming they think you're going to mount it on the wall or something. I was going to mount it on the inside of the door, one, to hide it, and two, just because I didn't want to mar up the walls. But the screws it came with were really long, and I'm pretty sure they would have just gone right through this door. So we'll probably get one of those freestanding toilet paper holders or something like that. The shower is pretty typical of an RV trailer. There's a small tub. You can soak if you want. There's a large closet in the bathroom and storage underneath. This trailer has a lot of storage for the size. So those things you were seeing on the other side of the bathroom door are some hanging hooks that I bought. because we found that we had, you know, beach towels and pool towels and all that stuff, and we didn't know, or just your bath towels, there's really nowhere to hang them, because I'm not going to put that towel rack that they gave us up on the walls. So this was perfect, and I found these at Target for 10 bucks a piece, and there's 4 hooks on each one. And I went ahead and I bought some of those furniture felt things that you stick on the bottom of furniture so they don't scratch up the floor, and put them on there so it wouldn't scratch up wood too much. And voila, plenty of place to hang your towels. We did the upgrade on the fan, the Max fan. Works great. Speaking of that, there is a vent over the bed with no fan in it. We were asked if we wanted the Max fan, which like you saw in the bathroom, in the front, and I said no, because I just assumed it would come with one of those cheap fans, which was fine with me. But it doesn't. It's just a vent. So keep that in mind. Let's see, what else? Oh, another question we had was, can you get to the back when the slide out is in? And you can. You kind of do the side shuffle, and then you can actually work with the kitchen. You can get to the bathroom. You can sleep in the bunk. You can sit on that part on this side of the couch. You can't put the bed down. You can use the dinette. You can't watch TV because the slide out will be about right here. So that's kind of a look of the interior of the Micro Lite 25 BHS. And if I forgot anything, I will. Well, let's look at real quick. Let's look at the control panel. Typical stuff, but this, you can get the tank heaters, but since we live in South Texas, there's no reason for that, really. And there's various lights. The scare light is actually the LEDs that come with the trailer that are on underneath the awning if you get the electric awning. And of course the slide out and the awning there. And we opted for the slide out topper because, you know, if we were under trees and stuff, I figured it would keep the debris out. So there it is.